And we are live. Josh and Isaac, Sports Jazz, baby. How is everyone doing? It's been a minute, man. We took so long. But shit happens, guys. Shit happens. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. We are back live in your face, baby. Streaming. And you know what's the anthem right now. The anthem is only one. Amorim,
Amorim.
the remix.
Amorim is ill.
Yeah, someone told me we've been tripping the last 2 weeks ever since Amorim was appointed, but I told him, "Yo, it's not my fault. It's the Amorim effect. That you can say, Sporting Lisbon cries are rather fans are crying. Up to now, they haven't yet stopped crying. Why? Because the man
Mr.
left them.
Infectious left.
Mister, no, the right one. Today in his
Mr.
presser, he was
Infectious.
called. Are you the special one? He said, "No, I'm the right one."
No. He's just the infectious one. I know the English guys are very clever and they make these very good connotations for their papers, but he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a
He's
good
a
guy. He's the
fantastic
right
guy.
guy, like he said. And yeah, the infectious one for me.
Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. Ruben Amorim takes charge of Man United tomorrow away from Old Trafford at uh, Portsman Road Stadium. That is Ipswich as the manager. That's going to be his debut in the EPL, first game of the season. And man, it's been a long time waiting. It's been a long time coming. Everyone has been waiting for this special day, and I can't say nothing but rather welcome everyone and each one of you onto the stream. Thank you so much for being patient, waiting, and of course, we love you all. But Josh, let's get right into it. Let's dive right into it. Ipswich hosting Man United. Of course, we have the old boy McKenna. And we have the new boy, Ruben Amorim, the new Man United manager. And I'm looking at their head-to-head record. There's only one. That was in 2015 when Man United beat Ipswich in the EFL or Carabao Cup 3-0 at Old Trafford. And form-wise, both are in the Premier League. It doesn't really look good. Ipswich has lost 3 out of 5, 1 draw and 1 win. Man United, of course, we're still looking at Ten Hag. This was his form: 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. Not so bad, but very bad when you look at the table. Awful when you look at the table. Let's dive
Not
right into
really,
it,
not
Josh.
really. Just
No,
4
Josh.
points. 4 points off top 4.
Well,
Not bad.
I know that's your consolation. But Josh, before you come in, Ipswich have lost 4 of their last 5 Premier League games against Man United, drawing 1, failing to score in each defeat. And United has won their last away league game against Ipswich in league game, Josh, in 2012. 2002, and that was a 1-0. Yeah, a lot goes on, a lot comes on, but Josh, let's dive right into it. Amorim, the right one. He told us, I told you, rather, I'm telling you again, when he was asked if he's the chosen one, trying to relate him to Jose Felix Mourinho, he said, "No, I'm the right one." So the right one, let me put my hands on it, on my chest. The right one.
Egonga.
Yo, the right one, aka Ruben Amorim, will be taking charge of the United team tomorrow. On Sunday, as that will be his first game in the Premier League. I can't wait to watch the game. I can't wait to see that sequence of the 3-4-3 everyone is talking about, everyone is dreaming about. Josh, tell me what you think. Are you that excited like I am? Sunday is too far away. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Sunday is too far away, and as we expected, Ruben Amorim had his first presser before ahead of the Ipswich game, and
Yep.
I mean, if you didn't know any better, you would have thought that maybe this guy is an actor. Maybe he's a certain Denzel Washington or Leonardo DiCaprio or
Josh,
something. I'm telling you, I mean, this guy handled himself so well. I mean, even the questions they thought would be difficult for him to answer, he found a way to deliver answers that
is
you would.
English. I
He
thought he
was
was
very
going to
honest.
struggle. Hmm.
No, 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 no. I told you that Cristiano Ronaldo nicknamed him a poet, the poet. I mean, he's a wordsmith of sorts, but he took it to another level. He handled himself very well. I thought that he was very honest in the things that he was saying about
Very.
what he plans to do with his players. I like two things that I picked from the presser, which he talked about, because for me, I always want a manager who wants to have his way. I don't like a manager like, say, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. With all due respect, I mean, he did for us some commendable things, but I didn't like the fact that, to me, he looked like a pushover. He looked like a guy. I mean, they were going to tell to do things, and he would not demand the things that he wanted. But this guy looks like he's ready to walk out of Manchester United if he's not given the things that he wants. If the players are not doing the things that he wants, he looks like he's going to have his way, and they will not be playing for him anymore. The things that I liked from the presser was, one, he talked about the recruitment, and the other, he talked about the I would call it the general approach of Manchester United players towards a football game. When he talked about we lose the ball way too much when we're in possession, and if you want to go high up the pitch, it will be difficult for you if you're losing the ball. And then he tells you that the last sessions they've been doing, particularly to keep possession of the ball, which is, I think, a very good thing to say. That means that he's thinking about such things. I mean, he has his mind wrapped around making Manchester United great again.
Well, did you see how he handled? Who asked him about? Someone asked him about, was it Eric Ten Hag? And he told them Eric Ten Hag is a good manager. He was an absolute top manager. We saw what he did at Ajax. I mean, by the time he came at United, he was very, very good. He's still a good manager. Then brushed it off, went back into his, whatever he was talking about. But the whole thing is how he handled, very calm, with ease. The English journalist was top, Josh. Top, top, top. How he
Yeah, yeah,
handled.
yeah, yeah.
He
But
was even asked about his system, how he's
for
going to
me,
play. He told them, again, as I told you last time, you will see an identity on Sunday when we're playing Ipswich away. So it was amazing, how he handled everything. Asked about Luke Shaw's fitness. He was like, we have to build his fitness during games. So we have to be careful. I think he's a very good player. So I'll take care of him. I want to see these kind of players that are important in our squad for a long period, not just a game. That is very, very positive. Josh?
true. Yeah, true. I mean, I like the fact that, for me, I don't like a manager who is going to want to be friends with journalists and stuff like that in the media.
Yeah, me
A
too.
guy who is going to say the right thing for the sake of it. I want a guy who is going to be himself. I want a
He
guy
just
who is
doesn't.
going to a guy who is not afraid to ruffle any feathers. I mean, along the way, you can ruffle some feathers, but at least you get the work done that you're supposed to do, which is to coach these players into a formidable team, so United can be able to compete at the highest level.
Well, let's wait. Let's wait. Tomorrow is the day, Josh. Tomorrow is the day. And again, I
Sunday,
can't wait.
unless you don't plan to sleep
Oh my God.
tomorrow.
It's already midnight here. That's why I say tomorrow. That's why I say tomorrow. So
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah. Again, Josh, I can't wait for the three 3-4-3 of Amorim. But before I come to that, Josh, let's dig. Sorry, I'm reading some destructive thing here. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Josh. Sports Jazz, everyone that is watching. And we are looking at the preview. Ipswich hosting Man United, and Amorim taking charge of his first EPL game tomorrow. Sorry, on Sunday. Yeah, depending on the time zones that you're in on Sunday. And Josh, I want us to go into the details. Do you what new thing do you expect is going to be displayed on Sunday with our team?
Everything that we are going to see on Sunday is new, because starting with the formation, gives you so many new things in the game, the patterns of play, how you attack, how you defend, the intensity in the game. The thing that I've always been concerned about the players of United is the intensity. I don't know if we can be able to be intense for large spells of the game. And the thing about giving away the ball too easily, we have too many players who are maybe caught up in the transitional play. I mean, Casemiro wants to play the ball very quickly. Bruno Fernandes wants to play the ball very quickly. Marcus Rashford tries to play in his attackers very quickly, and sometimes it does not come off. But if you intend to have a structure and break at certain points, then maybe you can calculate the passes that you make. Maybe you can hold on to the ball for a bit longer for you to get these spaces that are correct. That when you make this pass, and a player can pick up the ball from these pockets of space and maybe hurt the opponent.
Yeah, did you see what he replied when they asked him about Gary Neville? You know, Neville had earlier said something about Casemiro and Rashford traveling 5 days away, knowing there's a new manager, especially Rashford, who has been very poor. He knows there's a new manager. He just told them, well, they are 5 days. They have 5 days holiday. They can travel wherever they want. But some of the fans have been saying, yes, it's okay. Maybe Casemiro can go away, or rather, can get away with it, but not Rashford. Reason being, Rashford has
Why?
been poor. Just this is the reason. He has
So,
been
I
he
mean, he
has been
shouldn't have
poor.
a holiday.
He has been
So he
poor.
shouldn't have a holiday.
He should, of course. He's entitled. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you've been poor, Josh, you have a new manager who has
Yeah.
just stepped in. I think you'd love
Yeah.
to do everything in your power to make sure you impress the new manager. Now, I don't think
I
the
don't
best way to
believe
do that
so.
is going out, having a
I don't
whole
believe so.
security detail. Yeah, you're putting on ice, you're putting on grills and everything. Do
Yeah,
that
as
if
in
you're
there's nothing
Jokeres.
wrong.
Do that if you have
No,
stats
no,
of
no, no,
Haaland.
no, 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 no.
Do that if you don't have
For
only
the
5 days, but you have
I,
5 days.
disagree with you. I disagree with you 100%, because for me, I believe, I mean, even if Rashford had stayed a minute longer at Carrington for the new manager to find him there, if he was going to fluff his chances, he would fluff his chances. But if he's, you see, you forget that Marcus Rashford had feelings, maybe had feelings about the manager that he had, because the best season that he ever produced was under Eric Ten Hag. That's when he scored 30 goals a
The
season.
first season. Yeah, correct.
Yes, yes. So maybe he feels a certain way about this manager. Maybe he needs some time to clear his head, to come back fresh and willing to do this again. It is easy to for you to point out that he has been poor. So okay, I mean, you have a bad day at work, so you don't eat. Does that make it any better? It does not. I mean, yes, the people didn't see that you didn't eat, but even if you demonstrated and people saw that you didn't eat, if you're bad, you're bad. So maybe the boy needed to clear his head, the guy needed to clear his head and come back fresh. and he'll produce the goods. Actually, for me, I've always believed when you see Marcus Rashford play, I mean, he's such a disappointment because every time he touches the ball, you think something is going to happen, but it never does. You see, he's that type
I
of guy.
know.
Is that disappointing? However, I still feel that he is the guy to make United tick up front because he does so many things very well. He can play in his teammates. He can shake off a player. He can shoot very well. He can pass the ball very well. There's so many things that he can do that are right. Yes, like, you can say that maybe his head is not in the right place, but not because he went out and wore some jewelry. And yo, let me tell you something. Any one of them who has been that famous can tell you, especially having played for Manchester United, it is almost impossible for even players who played 10 years ago for Manchester United to walk into that arena. Like, it is impossible for
Yeah.
him to just walk through that arena. He has to have security detail and stuff like that, because it's not going to be that easy for him to pass by people. And this is the USA. You imagine that guy
Yes,
came
I
to
can tell
Africa.
you he can walk through the streets, at least some streets in the USA, no one will recognize him.
Exactly, streets in the USA, but not the arena.
Anyway, yeah, not the arena. That's you're
You
correct. But
see,
Josh, yeah, yeah,
and
carry on, carry on.
the guy is 27 years old. So I mean, if he
He's
listens
not a
to
kid anymore.
yeah, he's not a kid, but what I'm saying is 27 years old, and he has hobbies and things like that. So on his day off, if his favorite rapper is Kendrick Lamar, and he just swings by and Kendrick Lamar gives him one of his jewelry, he's not going not to wear it. So Gary Neville would have been comfortable
Well, now that you've talked
if
about
Marcus
Lamar, I'm
Rashford
hoping
was
after we
was
start
not
winning,
wearing. Yeah,
Rashford will be doing the they are not like us jam. I mean, he'll be listening and dropping
yeah,
the not
yeah,
like us jam in the dress
yeah.
in the locker room. Anyway, Josh, I wanted to give you some of the highlights of his interview or his presser.
Sure.
There's one when he was asked about again the formation or style of play. He said, "If you want to speak about the way we play, we lose the ball too often, so we need to keep the ball better. We need to be running back, and I think that's clear for everybody. We have to be clear in small details." He went on to say, "I'm a bit of a dreamer, and I believe in myself and in the club. I think we have the same idea, the same mindset, and that can help. I truly believe in the players also." I like the fact that he said he believes in the players, because he told them in one of the statements, "I know most of you don't believe in these players, but I do believe in the players." That is it's a very good way to show that you have trust and confidence in your players. Um, then he was asked why he was joining Man United, why he took on the job, yet he saw they were in a turmoil. He said, "Call me naive, but I believe I'm the right guy at the right time. I truly believe I'm the right guy." That's why he said, "Call
Yeah.
me the right one, not the special one." Uh, then there's that part where they asked him about Jose Felix Mourinho, where he said, you remember at some point he came to do his badges at Carrington with
Yeah.
Mourinho. Yeah,
Yeah.
he told them, Mourinho sent me a message. He said, "Welcome to the club. It's the biggest club." And in that respect, he's correct. But a lot of things change. We are in a different building now. We are in a new building. We are in a new one. He also said, the staff, the things that are at Manchester United compared to what was at Sporting Lisbon, it's way he wasn't disrespecting, of course, Lisbon. He was saying, yes, it's a great club, but United being a bigger club, it's a huge club in terms of staff, in terms
I know.
of the field, the locker rooms,
The
the pitch itself,
departments.
Old Trafford, the departments. It's amazing. Um, yeah, Josh, that's it. But let's look at how we expect him to play, Josh, tomorrow. Let's expect not tomorrow, sorry, after tomorrow. Let's look at what kind of players should I say the predicted lineup. if it's not very soon. Predicted lineup, Josh, and score. Of course, we are going to come to the score. Um, Tell me, what do
Yeah,
you have in mind, Josh?
it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one,
It shouldn't be
especially
difficult
because
one. It shouldn't be a
no, it
difficult one,
is,
Josh.
it is, it is. Because when you look at the guy that he is, if he gets his way, Anthony will be playing right wing back, and
Really?
yet, yeah, and yet, I
Yeah.
think one of the players that is going to love is Dallo, because Diogo Dallo has lungs to burn. He has lungs to burn. He's a decent footballer, and you see, the biggest problem with my prediction of the lineup is
Yeah.
the two ambidextrous players that we have in the wing back positions. If he
Okay.
says that he wants a left footer on the right hand side, Dallo and Mazraoui are both left footers. You get, if he wants the then if he
I
wants
actually think Mazarawi might play as a left back for some reason. I see him playing as the right.
as a left back,
No, no, as the right back.
as a right back. No,
Mm.
no, 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 no. Lenny Euro. I think Lenny Euro will should
No, no,
be
no, no.
able to
Sorry, not right back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. As the
left
what?
center back.
No, wing back.
Yes, 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 yes.
Mazarawi. Mazarawi.
But
You
okay,
know,
this is my predicted lineup. Onana in goal. Then the three, I think I will have Delict, Delict, Evans, and Lenny Euro.
I don't think Evans is going to play tomorrow. I think it's too soon for him to be playing, regardless.
No,
Because I
Evans
mean,
is
we
fit.
only saw him. We only saw him playing.
Evans is fit.
Because first things first,
He's
it was
100% fit.
the friendlies. All those players that usually start were away. Second, most
Yes.
players are back from the bench, rather from the
Like
sick leave.
who? Like who?
Lenny
Like
Euro,
Licha.
although I don't think he's going to play.
Licha
Lika,
is not
no,
fit.
Lika is not going to play.
Yeah, so
He's
if
not going to
Licha
play.
doesn't play, the center backs who are available for selection are um um
Lindelof is also out. He's
no, no,
injured.
no, no. There's Lenny Euro, there's Delict, and Johnny Evans.
And Johnny Evans. How
Yes.
sad. How sad. How sad. How
No,
sad.
Johnny Evans is a brilliant guy. He's a
No,
top guy. He can
Josh.
play
No,
against
he's
Ipswich.
not. It's because
He is.
he's in
He
very
is.
poor guys. He's not, Josh. I
No,
don't
no,
rate
no.
him.
He is. He's a good
He's one
guy.
of the guys that should leave at the end of the season. In fact,
It does not matter.
if
Let
there
him
could be
leave
a
then.
miracle
But
in
for now,
January, he could.
no. For now, he's a top guy. He's a top guy.
No,
He's actually produced every
it's
time
very.
he has
That's
been.
how poor. That's how
Every
standards.
time he has been given
The
a
standards are
chance,
too low that right now we think Johnny Evans is a top player.
we
I'm not
don't
saying
think
he's a
what.
decent
Yeah,
player, but he's not a top
no,
player.
he has actually showed us that he's one of our best center backs, because every time he has been called upon, he has produced. He has delivered 100% every time he has been called upon. So for me, I don't have a problem with Johnny Evans playing in the middle of either Mazraoui or Delict.
Lenny
If
Euro.
Lenny Euro doesn't, yeah, if Lenny Euro is not going to play the game, then Delict will play right-sided centre back. Mazraoui will play left-sided centre back, and in the middle there will be Johnny Evans. That's the back three. Then the those are footballers. They can pass the ball. They're okay. Then we shall have Terrell Malasia maybe on the wing back,
Yeah,
the
I don't
left
see him
wing back.
playing.
Yeah, the left wing back. Then Dallo on the right wing back. Then,
Okay.
yeah, in midfield, we have Kobe Mainu. I only give it to Kobe Mainu because he has played longer with the manager than Casemiro, but and he doesn't lose the ball as often as Casemiro. So
Or maybe you can say you
when
give
the
it to Kobe
manager,
Mino because Ugarte just came
mm,
back. And
no, Ugarte
South
starts that
American
game.
trips. You think
Ugarte
he's going to
starts that
start?
game. Yeah, but Ugarte can play that game. He can start that game straight away. But I think Casemiro and Kobe Mainu are good enough. But when the manager talked about losing the ball too often, the guy that I see loses the ball so often is Casemiro. He loses the ball so often.
Forget about the Liverpool game.
Not just the Liverpool game, he takes a bit too long on the ball, so it's easy to nick it off him. And his passes, he likes to to make these quick transitional passes, and they often don't come off. So that's giving away the ball, and the other team will have the possession. So that's for me. I've given you the midfielders, I've given you the wing backs and the back three. Then the two tens, I think Bruno Fernandez will start with Mason Mount, and Rashford will play in front of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That that is. But I would love to see Rashford there. Well, anyway,
No, me, I would
I
love
mean,
to see Rasmus Højlund because he has to start scoring goals, and no better time to start scoring goals than your first game against your first game with a new manager against Ipswich. But
that is correct.
I know that Ipswich is going to defend very deep. Ipswich can give you a lot of
Well, they have.
trouble. I mean, it's not easy to play against. It pushed Liverpool, and Liverpool was out of sorts. If they could have finished their chances in the first half, maybe it could have turned out to be a different game. But Liverpool, being the bigger side, it dug deep and came back and won the game.
They
It
won the
pushed
game.
Man City. It pushed Man City all the way for long spells of the game. You would have thought that they had a chance to get back into that game. They won away at Spurs, a very difficult side in terms of its intensity in football games, but they've had a very up and down season. So I mean, yeah, you would expect that. But I like the kid. I like Liam Delap, their striker. If you remember Rory Delap, the former was it Southampton, Stoke,
I
the
remember
former
him.
Stoke City. Yeah, that guy, the throw-in guy, we called him at the time.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, his son, Liam Delap, very good forward, very good forward. He was at Man City as a youngster, and moved on to pastures new, and so far he's making a name for himself at Ipswich. But I do think that McKenna is going to defend very deep, and that means that we have to be very clever on the ball. That's where you would bring in a player like Amad Diallo or Joshua Zagzi.
Ganacho, you come on, Ganacho. I'd love to see Ganacho.
Garnacho
I
is
would love
coming
to
off
see
the
him go.
bench to score.
I would love to see him get on and destabilize everyone, make create space for our players while running direct at those defenders. But yo, Josh, let's look at
He has a very
Amorim's.
poor dribble.
You just don't. You're not just a fan, but we are going to come back to that. Let's look
No,
at
that guy can
Amorim's
run into
tactical
a wall
blueprint.
fence.
Let's look at Amorim's tactical blueprint, Josh. The 3-4-3. Some call it the 3-4-2-1. Well, you can also call it the 3-2-5. Of course, I say that when they're attacking because it switches to that. I love the structure, Josh, and I can't wait to see that. We saw a glimpse of it in the training, the clip that was put up by Man United official channels. Of course, Amorim as a manager is known for his dynamic and attacking formation, characterized by three center backs. Josh, the three CBs, the ones we are talking about. I don't know whether we are going to have. But Josh, I'll say this: assuming everyone is right, okay, I'm going to give a general picture. I would love to have the three CBs, Lenny Euro on the right, the Ligt in the middle, and of course, the Butcher Alessandro Martinez on the left. Then you go ahead, you have the two wing backs, Josh. And for now, I would say Mazarawi for me and Dallo for me. If Luke Shaw is fit, Mazarawi for me and Luke Shaw, Josh. Actually, Luke Shaw even has a chance to
Luke
come and
Shaw
play
as
as
a
a
wing
center back.
back.
Yeah. He has a chance to even come and play. Listen, I was coming. He has even a chance to come and play as a left CB. We've seen him play that under Southgate on the England team, and he
He's a
has
lazy
flourished.
guy. He
He
can't
has
play as
played
a
so
wing back.
he has played so well. But yeah, and
And
yeah,
you've
Josh, as
not
I've
seen
said,
him in a while. He has a habit of tapping weight.
tapping. Wait, we saw who was it? Was it Van Gaal who talked about it in the media. But yeah, Josh. So that's the. I mean, that's how we go about the 3-4-3 with three center backs. Yeah, you have three center, very very solid and provide defensive solidity while also being capable of initiating build up play from the back. You have the two wing backs, as I've said earlier. They play a very crucial role, Josh, in both defense and attack, often joining the midfield to provide width and support on the flanks. And of course, we have the two central midfielders. And I'm hoping, of course, Casemiro can play as a CDM and as a CM. I'm hoping we have Casemiro and Ugarte and Kobe Mino in those, Josh. And the two attacking midfielders, Josh, or the two attacking tens, Josh. And in that, I see Bruno Fernandes and Ganacho. Oh, Bruno Fernandes, Josh, I'm coming. I know you're going to come. You have your reservations on Ganacho. Oh,
No,
Bruno
no, no, no. I
Fernandes.
just want to ask you now.
Listen. Oh, Bruno Fernandes and Amad Diallo. There is also the other option of Bruno Fernandes and Rashford, because I believe Rashford is very good. He's direct when coming through. His technique, his speed is very good coming through, especially if you have a lone striker ahead of them. And of course, with the lone striker, the number 9, Josh, do not forget the two tens operating behind the striker. They are very pivotal in creating scoring opportunities and linking up play. So, of course, the lone striker, that will be Rasmus Holland. If anyone is to go there, Josh, I would have Rashford. I think he can thrive so well, Josh. He's very good. As I've said rather earlier on, speed, he has it. The physical attributes, he has them. Can he hit the ball? Not very well, but I know he can put off defenders and he can run direct. And every time they come into this formation of the attacking shape, which is the 3-2-5, you have 5 players, the wing backs, and the two tens joining the lone striker. I don't see any team surviving that, Josh. That's if our boys
Well,
get the
if
notes.
you keep,
That's if our boys get the notes right. We've seen Arsenal do that, Josh. We've seen them press. I do not
yeah,
see.
but
City
if
also
you
does
give
it.
away the ball, yeah, but if you give away the ball way too often, it's
It's
impossible for
risky.
you. Yeah, it's impossible for you to benefit from the numerical advantage you will have created with pushing players forward. Because if you lose the ball in that phase, then 5 players will be taken off with one very good pass. And
Well,
Liam Delap is quite the
Josh,
player.
if it's a 3-5-2, they like the three center backs, they just have to maintain a steady presence at the back while pushing up slightly to support the midfielders.
Yeah,
Of course,
but
the wing
they
backs
can.
too also pushing forward, because we know the wing backs stretch the opposition by advancing into attacking positions on the flanks. And if you do
Yeah.
that, the central midfielders also forming a pivot, providing balance and controlling the game's tempo from a deeper position. So, I mean, 3-2-5. Sorry, 3-2-5. If the players really get the notes right, yeah, I think it's going to be a killer one. We've seen him do it so well with
Yeah, it
Sporting
will be.
Lisbon.
It will be. I think most importantly, like the manager pointed out, we need to keep the ball. We
Mm.
need to use the ball very well. Actually, I think Eric Ten Hag saw this. He gave up on the players. He gave up. He came in a presser and he said that we shall never play like Ajax because he saw these players were incapable of keeping the ball, or he
Yeah,
failed to get through to them to keep the ball
that
because
is
these
when
guys and
that
this
is
manager almost vindicates him almost immediately because he looks at the players and
yeah, that
he's
was
still
after
talking
one
about
of
the
the
same thing.
journalists said, "Oh, do you have ain't you worried about these players that they are going to let you down the same way they did Eric Ten Hag, because the manager did everything but it seems the players didn't turn up?" And that's when he said, "I know most of you don't trust these players, but I trust them. They have the
You know,
ability to be very good players to produce results." And I think that was a very very fair response and nice response from Amorim.
I don't think the bite in that was the response. The bite in that was the journalist who did us a favor by asking that questions, because I mean, if these players ever hear that out there, the talk is that they are the ones downing tools and getting rid of managers, maybe at this point, and they put it straight at the manager, then maybe they would be a bit scared of the manager who is in the room, because much as he says that I believe in these players, I mean, he should be cautious. He should treat really carefully. But I wanted to ask you, you've not given me your predicted lineup. I don't hear you. No, I don't hear you. You're that scared. I don't hear you.
Sorry. Oh God, I had switched
You're
off the
that
mic. I'm
scared.
saying no. We have Onana, who I think is going to thrive. This is his. He likes playing from the back, and I think we didn't see him get, or we didn't get to see his full potential under Eric Ten Hag. But with a manager like Ruben Amorim, who loves creating and building up from the back, this is where we get to see Onana's. I mean, I would say the best of Onana that we haven't seen. So I have Onana in the goal. I have Lenny Euro on the right tomorrow, CB. I have the Licht in the middle. Painful as I may say it. I also have John Evans. I don't know who's going to play because most of our players are injured. Then
So
the
you
full
you had that. Now me, I had Delict, right-sided center back, Johnny Evans in the middle, and Mazraoui left-sided center back.
I don't
So
see
let's go
Mazarawi
to the
playing there.
wing backs.
The wing backs I had rather I have Mazarawi and Dalo.
Oh, so I had Tare Malasia and Dalo.
And Dalo, yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Because I don't see rather Mazarawi. Sorry, I don't see Dalo walking straight into right away. I know it's the same. One could say the same
Dalo.
thing about Lenny Euro. Not Dalo.
Dalo.
Sorry, I don't see
Malasia.
Tyrell Malasia walking straight. Sorry
Oh.
about that. One could say the same thing about
But
Lenny
you
Euro, but it's
see,
different.
if I may, Lenny Euro has had, let me see, 2 months and 2 weeks, actually, and about 17, 18 days
And Tyrell Malasia
since he was supposed to have
and
come back.
Tyrell Malasia.
No, first listen, because he was supposed to have come back, okay? His rehabilitation took place, and he has had an extra, in November, he has had an extra month,
That
six
is very
weeks,
good. That is very good
extra 6 weeks. You
for him to
understand?
heal very well.
Yes.
Gain
I
the
mean,
momentum.
he ought to have played at a certain point,
And
but
who do you have to
the
blame?
no one. I mean, they're just
Exactly.
managing the player.
I thought you were
This
going to say your man.
why should there be someone to blame? I
No,
mean, we're
it's
just
how you
making
pause.
sure that
It's how you pause your statement. So I thought you were going to say
no, no,
someone
no, no,
should be
no, no.
blamed.
No, 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 no. So I mean, Tare Malasia also has came back a long time ago, but they've just been managing him and helping him to get into shape. But like the manager said, the players must be really, really fit, really, really, really fit for him to achieve the high intensity that he wants to achieve.
Okay,
And
Josh, let's
for me,
move
I
on.
don't see how a player like Mazraoui and Dalo don't play when those are the things you're looking for. Because
No,
those,
don't
to me,
no.
are
Josh,
the
I think I've also
fittest
said they
players.
should play, but we've
Yeah,
played.
yeah,
You've had Mazzarri in a different position,
yeah,
just
yeah,
like I've had him also in a different position. So going
yeah.
into the midfield, Josh, I have Casemiro and Ugarte. I know,
I had I had
uh,
Casemiro and Kobe Mino.
and Kobe Maino. I know Kobe was around; he stayed, but again, since they're coming from an injury, but of course, compared to Tyrell Malasia, Leniero, Kobe would walk straight into the team right away. But
Even
still, anyway,
Ugarte, jet lag.
my exact. But I have in my midfield, I have Ugarte and Casemiro. Then, of course, I have. You're going to be surprised. I have Bruno Fernandes Okay, and Amad Diallo behind the striker, and that
Yeah.
striker is going to be Rasmus Holland. That is
Yeah.
for me.
I would also love for it to be Rasmus Hoyland. I just think that Marcus Rashford will get this one.
Yeah, I would love to. And Josh, yeah, overall, the overflowing attack of the front five, and I said that if you include the wing backs, the two tens, and the striker right there, I mean, it's all about ensuring multiple attacking options and numerical superiority in the final third. And if that happens, if those boys do that, if they execute that very well, you're going to see chances being covered. Because we had problems. We had 26 chances and only two had gone in, with 25 being missed. So you're going to see chances, Josh, going on. Because we know if we're to see the key players and roles, Josh, um, Rasmus Holland, if he's the number 9 on Sunday, which is the lead striker, Holland is going to lead the line, expected to be both. He's physical, Josh. He's physical. He's physical if he's really, really healthy, and imposes a very, very high mobility pattern for defenders. If because I'm saying this, Josh, with the two tens behind him, because they support very well, and I like his
True.
runs. The only problem I have with him is the touch. As we said yesterday, the touch reminds me of Bongoli Lukaku.
And you can't
He
be a
can hold
striker
up play. He can
operate.
hold up play. He can hold up play, Josh.
Yeah.
He just needs to be
But
a little bit more clinical in front of the goal.
yeah, no, he's. I think he can be clinical in front of goal. The problem is when you're operating as a striker, you're playing in a crowded place. You're playing in a place that is a no-go area. I mean, defenders want to clean up all the mess in that area. But if you're playing there and you do have a heavy touch, you will struggle because
You
you
will
need
struggle.
to
That is true.
do. Yeah, you need to work twice as hard
And his
to just get the.
physicality will also be vital, Josh, in battles with the center backs. We've seen, because we know Ipswich sits so deep. They love sitting deep. You get it. They love sitting deep. They love building cones around
Yeah.
you. So that also, the physicality will also be very, very vital. And if we're to look at, I think the ball carrier will be Bruno Fernandes. Actually, not only in that match, I actually think the ball carrier in Amorim's formation is going to be, or style of play is going to be, always Bruno Fernandes, because I think he fits that. He suits that because he's creative, driving forward with the ball. He can dictate play, Josh, on a good day, creating chances. I think everyone knows what he can do when it comes to
All day,
that.
every day, all day,
Every
every
day,
day.
his vision and passing ability, although sometimes as he said, he's a risk taker, he'll give you passes. I think he needs a very, very sharp nine to understand the kind of those passes to read, because he reads players. Have you seen how he reads?
Yeah.
He acts like he's going to pass this size. If you remember, was it the Kobe Maino goal,
Marcus,
Josh?
Marcus, Marcus knows him.
Yeah. So that also, so his vision and passing ability is also will be very crucial in unlocking tight defenses under Amorim. Of course, his capability to carry the ball forwards, absolutely amazing, because that adds dynamic, and a dynamic edge to the attack. Marcus Rashford, Josh, I'd love to see him go up front, but I also think he could excel behind Bruno. I think they could do well, Josh. Him behind Bruno would be a very, very. He's a versatile forward. Can play as a left, right, even the lead as a lead striker. Uh, he stands to benefit under Amorim's system. His speed, running direct, and making him a potential threat in the first counter-attacking situations. Technical ability, we know him, Josh, when it comes to the one-on-ones, although sometimes he likes overfeeding the ball, which is not so much, which is not so good, Josh. Um,
Yeah.
and if I can say my final thoughts, I think Amorim's formation, the 3-4-3, offers a blend of defensive security and versatile attacking options by ensuring that key players like Rasmus, Bruno, of course, Marcus, utilized effectively. But Rasmus, rather be in sometimes I would love to replace Marcus Rashford with Joshua Zaxi. I think Joshua Zaxi would also do very good in that role behind. I think we saw him even play it over. I mean, was it before the day before yesterday? Under Coman,
Yeah,
he took
yeah.
the
The
10.
problem with Zagzi playing that role is the intensity. He has
Mm.
to be intense. I mean,
No, I
he
think he can do
doesn't.
that, Josh.
He's not yet up to speed. He doesn't have that intensity.
Mm.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's Amorim for you. High tempo and risk taking philosophy. So we hope he ignites Rashford's form. We hope Rasmus Holland starts scoring goals. We hope Joshua Zaxi. I say this if everyone is given, I mean, their chance. As Josh, as we've been saying, it's a clean slate. I hope players like Ganacho, Amad Diallo get to show us who they are. Because man, I would love to see Ganacho. I would love to see Rashford. I would love to see Amad Diallo scoring and running rings, running behind defenses and pouring them on the floor. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz, Josh. We have the comment section is burning. We have Nelson who said, "Bring it on, guys! Bring it on, guys!" Yeah, it's on. Then Sinan, what up, Sinan? What up, Sinan? He said he's on. Yeah, we on. He said he will bring 100% his style. Players have to adopt to it. I liked it from his presser. Oh, his presser was amazing. He handled it so well.
yeah.
Hi, it's Studios. What up? What up? I'm very, very excited as well for our match.
Uh,
Uh,
oh, by the way, just there, Heights and Nelson. Did you know that? Not only us are we excited that United is going to play Ipswich under Ruben Amorim, but
mm,
Mr. Infectious has done it again. The Premier League just uploaded his presser. The Premier League doesn't do that. Their channel doesn't do that, but they
oh,
uploaded his presser. I mean,
well,
they were
it's
like,
Man
oh,
United, Josh. It's
yeah,
Man
it's
United.
Man
What do you think?
United, it's Ruben Amorim. They caught the flu.
Well, Hyde Studios went on to say, "What I like from Amorim, he doesn't want to pass the ball backwards, and also he likes progressive passes, which is true. You know, I think United was the third after Southampton and Wolves. Currently, they are the third after Southampton and Wolves when it comes to passing the ball backwards. Very, very awful. But Amorim is not that kind of manager. He hates it. He doesn't like it, and
Licha is a guy who is going to benefit the side in that aspect because he's a guy who makes vertical passes, and
mm,
this will help. Yeah, this will help build from the back. I mean, it will not be a pass, and the ball is onto the guy. Maybe the other thing I would like to tell you about this type of play and Manuel Ugarte in particular. Manuel
yeah,
Ugarte is not a player who is very comfortable on the ball. Manuel Ugarte is not a player who can ghost away from tight spaces. However, he's a very clever player, so he will do the most to play safe passes really quickly. So, what does Ruben Amorim do with a player like that? He does not allow um, his players to give Manuel Ugarte the first ball. Manuel
mm,
Ugarte always receives the second ball. So if Licha wants to play the ball to Ugarte, sorry, if Onana had the ball and he wanted to play it into midfield and Ugarte came for the ball, he'll first play the ball further away to the wing back, to the right wing back. Then Dalo has the ball. You understand? So the press goes to Dalo, and then
by the way,
Ugarte
a-
is playing
another
into.
thing with Amorim, he's not a fan of. Oh, he's a fan of short passes, Josh. He's a fan of short passes. So that is one thing. Short passes
That's how you
doesn't
keep the
like
ball. That's how you
doesn't
keep the
like back
ball.
passes.
If you keep trying
Which,
Hollywood passes,
which
then
I
you're
think
going to
is
give
very
away
good.
the ball.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think he might have a problem with the a slight problem with Bruno Fernandes because at times Bruno loves those long balls. So does rather Alessandro Martinez,
Casemiro.
Casemiro. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Well, he
Then
has a long
there's
way.
King Maguire. Oh
Uh,
my God.
please don't talk about him. Maguire again, my skipper forever. But shout outs to you wherever you are. Please stay there. Thank you. Uh, Sinan says Josh Rashford should be the freshest among all players because he's playing at United only and no worries for international duty. Yo, that's a dig. You know,
But
it's a
it's true.
dig. I know, but well, he was somewhere bowling. I just talked about
Oh,
it and
so
he
he's
wanted to
he's
go at
saying
me.
that he shouldn't go on ball because he's only playing at United.
I
But
don't know.
I mean, if you need to get a breather, why not get a breather? You have a day off at Manchester United. So I mean,
Mm,
okay? The people do say Gary Neville and Scholes and whomever they said whatever they said, but what if Casemiro had been called back to Brazil? How many hours of flight would he have taken back and forth? You understand? So I
I
mean,
get it.
what's the difference for with him going? Actually, there's a big difference because in the US, he's not even going to play football. I mean, he's just hanging around.
I get
So
it,
you
beauty. I
only
get
hope that
it.
he's professional enough to take care of himself and not engage in dubious activity.
Well, that's Nelson's predicted lineup. Josh, of course, he has Onana, Delict, Evans, and Euro. Josh. At least me and
Yeah,
him. Then
yeah.
the wing backs, he
If
has
you,
Dallo. The wing
this
backs,
is
he has Dallo and Mazarawi. We are rhyming. Then in the midfield, Casemiro and Wugate. Josh, I don't see you. And of course,
yeah.
forwards, we have Fernandez, Rashford, and Ahmad Diallo. Maybe that's the tricky part because I had Rashford, Fernandez, and Rasmus Holland. But that's a good
Yeah,
one.
but I mean, I like this lineup. Actually, before we came on air, this is what I thought would happen, especially at the back with Delict, Evans, and Lenny Euro. But then again, Lenny Euro is a bit. There's uncertainty about his availability. So in my prediction, I just took him
He was
out of.
put out. He
I
was
took him
put
out
out.
of the whole picture.
He was put out in one of the. I don't know what was it. The under 19s. He was supposed to play, but Amorim told him no. He should. Uh, he
Yeah,
shouldn't
so
be
and
there.
Amorim said something about that too. He said that he has to take care of players to play for a longer time, not just one game. So
That is
to
true.
me, I mean, I just
Uh,
took him out of the whole picture.
about recruitment, did you see? Rather, did you read or watch? Anyway, everyone has watched it. Did you watch what he said?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Recruitment. He said, of course,
Of course, I'm the
I need to
coach.
have. Yeah, I'm the coach. I need to have a say. You do not just
Yeah,
recruit. But he went on to say we have to improve the process, the data. It's all together, but final word should be the manager, not because he's your right, but because he is your responsibility. I have to understand the league. Plus, then when everyone is on the same page, we can buy and sell players. On the players adapting, he said you can watch on TV, but you have to train with them to see if they can play in different positions. Everyone wants to play now. If they have the opportunity to play as a goalkeeper, they will see in the future. We will see. I like how you responded to this. I like how you
yeah.
responded to most of the questions. On improving, you said if you want to speak about the way we play, we lose the ball. I think we've already talked about that. Overall, I can't wait to see him on Sunday, man. I can't wait to see Amorim.
Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait.
I'm hoping on Monday we will be coming back, with our song, with our anthem, echoing through all the channels. The Amorim, the Amorim anthem. We call it the Amorim anthem. The Amorim, 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 Amorim. Yo, so let's wait and see, Josh, how that will
Yeah.
go. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. Yo, it's been amazing. Josh, real quick, there are other games that are also going to be playing. There's Man City. Uh, Josh, you're on?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm on. I don't know why Man City bothers us with Spurs because maybe they're going to just help us. They're not even going to help us. We ought to have
So
celebrated
you're
two
saying
titles.
everyone should be tuned in and ready for the game at the
That's the
Portman Road
curtain
Stadium.
raiser. That's the
So
curtain raiser.
And the main
The,
game is the one at the Portman Stadium Road, rather
yes,
Portman Road Stadium,
United Ipswich. That's
or
the game
rather
of the
Ipswich
weekend.
United.
Yeah, that's the game
Well,
of the Ipswich
there's Chelsea.
United. That's the game of the weekend.
Okay, Josh, who do you give it? Man City and
United,
Spurs. No, Man City and Spurs.
curtain raiser,
Okay, yeah, the curtain raisers. Who do you give it to?
Man City.
I have Man City winning by 3 goals to 1. Then
No,
Fulham and
it
yeah,
will be closer. It will be much closer than that. One goal
Fulham and
margin.
Wolves. Fulham and Wolves.
Wow,
A
Wolves is
draw.
back.
I see a draw,
Fulham,
regardless of the score. Everton
Fulham,
and Brentford. I see Brentford winning.
Brentford.
Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, this is the time for you to prove that you're not in the top 6 by mistake.
Oh,
Nottingham
that is.
Forest, this is the time for you to come out guns blazing and whoop someone. Come on. We need to
They
see
are
Ateta on
going.
his knees.
They are going to know why it is important to gather points when it is early, and when the time comes, you can go back, put your tail between your legs, and sit humbly, eat your pie.
So
Arsenal
you're
is winning
saying,
that one.
Josh.
I'm
So
telling
saying
you,
Nuno is going to cook people, yeah?
they are going to cook him.
Who?
They are going to cook him.
Who? They are going to cook Ateta. That's what you mean.
No, I mean they'll cook Nuno
Really?
at the Emirates.
Yeah, the Emirates.
Do you know when Arsenal last won a football game?
I don't want to go into details with this now. I see you're setting me up. Let's go. Bournemouth and Brighton, Josh. Easy win for me. Bournemouth is home. Brighton is going to win this.
Draw.
Crystal Palace and Aston Villa. Aston Villa is hosting. Man,
Draw.
United needs to win this. Crystal Palace will have an edge. Then Southampton hosting Liverpool. Oops, easy win, Liverpool. And of course, Ipswich versus Man United. I say 4-0 to Man United.
That's the real game.
4-0 to Man United. The rest are all curtain raisers. You can say what you want to say, but yeah, that's it, Josh. That's what I have to say about that. So let's wait and see. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone.
Yo,
It's been a pleasure, man.
and the
Yeah,
game is
Josh.
so far. 7:30.
Yep. Well, we don't care even if it's at 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. We are going to watch it. That's the good
Yeah,
thing about United fans. That's the good thing. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Josh and Isaac. And yeah, of course, we all cannot wait for Amorim making his debut. Again, it's Ipswich tomorrow. Sorry, on Sunday, but it's already past midnight, guys. I'm sorry if I say tomorrow or on Sunday at Portsman Road Stadium. And of course, as a Man United fan, I'm rooting for United. I'm rooting for my new manager. I'm rooting for 5 goals in favor of Man United. I see a brace from Rashford. I see 2 assists from Bruno Fernandes. I see a goal
uh-huh,
from Rashford. How many goals?
uh-huh.
Those are 3. I see a goal from Amad Diallo, and another one from Bruno Fernandes. That means you'll have 2 assists and a goal. Rashford 1 goal, Amad Diallo 1 goal, and a brace coming in from Ganacho, Josh.
Honestly,
5 goals, actually. 5 goals.
I think Fernandez will be our top scorer going forward this season.
Well, who's your current top scorer?
Ganacho.
Put some respect on that name. Thank you very much. Put some
Yeah,
respect on that name.
I do, and he's going to come on and score.
Exactly. A brace, go, Josh. I just say 2 goals.
Okay.
Or you don't see him scoring a brace.
No, I see United winning the game.
You just, if I'd said
And he's our
Rashford,
top scorer.
if I'd said United, rather Rashford, you're going to say yes. Mm-hmm. Josh,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I'd said Rashford, you are going to say yes.
Nah, I,
Yeah,
I,
you are
I
going to say.
really, I really don't know who will be scoring, but
when the lineup comes out, we shall have this conversation.
But we all know who's going to judge, who's going to come out so strong. We know
Yeah,
how
but
things are.
we don't know who will play. For Ganacho, I can say that yeah, he can get on the score sheet because it
Mm,
doesn't matter how long he plays. So
that is
even if he's
correct.
not, yeah, even if he's not selected, but remember, he also went to Argentina.
Yeah.
The
So
jet
you
lag
mean the
and stuff
fatigue,
like that.
the jet lag? Yeah,
And normally these games after the international break are not very high scoring games.
that is correct. They actually teams get disappointed, or rather, teams get upset.
Yeah,
We might see upsets. These small teams always capitalize on that, and they upset bigger teams. So, well, United had 14 of their players leaving for the international duty, but only two are injured. Of course, we had Lindelof being pulled back. Lisandro Martinez also coming back, and the 12 are all okay. Bruno Fernandes and Dallo came back a week earlier, because the Portugal had already qualified, so it really didn't make sense. And that was a very good call from the international, or from the Portuguese
Roberto
national team
Martinez,
manager. Yep, Martinez, former Everton manager, former
Wigan,
Wigan.
Wigan
Oh my God,
Athletic, yeah,
he has a long one.
Belgium.
Belgium, yeah, Belgium. He was there
He's
with
sort of a
Thierry
lucky
Henry.
guy, yeah,
He's a lucky guy. He's a lucky.
because he was with the
His CV
golden
has been
generation
improving.
at he was with the golden generation at Belgium, and he bottled it. I mean,
Yo, but by the way,
it didn't come to anything, and now he was handed a golden generation with Portugal.
with Portugal, and one thing I like about him, he knows how to treat their idol. He knows how to treat their man, Cristiano Ronaldo. You want to be kicked. I think when you're signing, they tell you, just like if you're signing for taking on Argentina as the national team coach, they tell you the 10 commandments. The first one, never touch Ronaldo, or never say anything to Messi. The second one, whether he's playing well or not playing well, they have to feature. In other words, it's all about Ronaldo. The other side, it's all about Messi. That is it for
But
you. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Sports Jazz, it's been a pleasure. Josh and Isaac, we are bowing out in style. We are signing out in style. Looking forward to the game over the weekend, where United will be going for a trip at Portsman Road Stadium, and we hope good results will come back from that. Sports Jazz, please do subscribe,
yeah,
turn on the
100%.
notifications, guys. Share the videos, share the links. Love you all. Signing out.